Greetings there, fellow Empire builders. Rodamon here. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector Homeworld. Episode 46, Operation Deploy the Gate. Alright, let's look at the salvage tally, and debris fields might not be a bad... So there's a debris field somewhere in... Centool. Really? Maybe near the active gate? Well, we've already been to that one. But debris fields you can pick up like crew and captains. So that might be another one. Will the gate hauler construction be done first? The gate hauler is there in 106 days. So it is close. It's gonna happen before the Paradise World for sure. Okay, I've already searched this debris field. Why is my salvage tally telling me there's a debris field there? Oh, I'm just going to delete the log. So I'm at a gate, and let's see. There is some salvage around here. So where's the nearest gate there? Gamma Belferon? Let's try it. I have enough fuel for it. Because yeah, I'll do like Hail Mary levels of attempt to find an admin. I don't mind. So we've got Beta Zumu Dandy. In a brown dwarf system? There is a probe out here. Whoa, that is some weird coloring. That's probably what it was sending me to, that probe. Which is unfortunate, because that yielded very little. And this one's probably another probe. But I'll start clearing out the salvage tally stuff. Ooh, hold up. What are you? A Colossus Heavy Super Freighter? Come on! No captains. Food, but no captains. And that's the birth of a slipstream. Looks really cool. Dog treats, sure thing. Put an ad out for the sector looking for an admin will not eat you. I mean, I could relax the rules and just, like, recruit one, but I kind of feel like not doing that because it's more interesting to have a fleet full of captains that we've like salvaged from space. Okay, I want to get done with this fight ASAP because this thing sucks. Because we're in the Coronosphere of the star, and that means our ships are being worn down. What was that? Oh, raffle for the captain is gonna be Day Sleeper. Alright, everyone get to center so that you don't just drag stupid ships to the corners of the battlefield, please. I wonder if I have expanded magazine mod for this ship. That's another good one to use for the thermal pulse cannons. Yo, out of my way. For real, monitor. For real. I'm gonna start shooting. If you stay in the way, you die. I feel like Bart Simpson. Alright, I'm gonna be punching like this. If you just happen to step into my path, it's not my fault. Holy hell. Got so many gamma cores. Okay, well that's that tally. No, apparently there's another debris field somewhere around here. Because I picked this debris field, right? No, I'm an idiot. Okay. Still, okay, projected value none. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna, like, hop system to system. And very quickly eyeball whether I think it's going to be a system with, like, debris or not. We probably next month will hit our 6 mil mark for the mild climate. Because if I'm not mistaken, mild climate costs 6 mil, and then the Paradise Borer costs 6 mil. Stop making me fight these probes. Okay, everyone sit in the middle. I just want, like, the probe fights to be like, alright, you destroyed them, because there's no way in hell probes would take down an Onslaught and Legion. I feel like telling everyone to just, like, huddle in the middle was a pretty good strategy, as the enemies aren't spreading out as much. They're much easier to clear quick. Yep, that's definitely the right call. Well, we discovered the location of a survey ship. This arid world has ruins. There's, I think, a chance to get, people from ruins, but, like, not a very high one. Because you can find ships in ruins, too. That's a very pretty, aurora, or whatever you call it. The magnetic storm. I'm gonna say this system's probably not gonna have a lot of, derelict ships. Maybe an abandoned. Oh, it's a neutron star system? Ugh, yuck. I'll do it anyway. Oh, for the love of God. Just why? Alright. Sensors coming up pretty dry here. I don't think there's anything here. We haven't been to Gamma Myriad. So I'll do a little bit more like just systems hopping, hoping to find like derelict ships or commanders. It happened once, it could happen again. And then I'll pull whether I relax the rules and hire one. Now that we're sort of a somewhat established faction, it wouldn't be crazy to hire them. The reason why I didn't want to have anyone hired to begin with is role-playing wise, like who would ever want to be hired by like stateless salvagers that don't have a home. But now that we have a home, maybe it makes more sense to hire people, because it doesn't look like the game's going to cooperate with finding any derelict ships. So I'll hop around a little bit more around these types of systems, hoping to find, you know, evidence of wrecks, etc. And then if not, spend a little bit of time trying to pick up derelict ship missions in core. And if that comes up as poorly as I suspect it will, I'll poll you guys whether I should relax the rules. Normally I wouldn't consider that, though. Yeah, I could also hire from my colony. That's not unreasonable either, because they had chosen to visit. That's a pretty good compromise, I think. So, good point, Dr. Plague. We definitely have crossed the 6 mil mark. We have 165 days left on the Stellar Manufactory, and then for the Gate Hauler... Oh, there's a... Zenobia has a lot of debris. That's probably a lot of probes. For the Gate Hauler, 53 days. And we're going to want to be home for that, because the Gate Hauler won't automatically set up a gate. You have to actually direct it to do one, and that means we have to free up a stable point, because we don't have a free stable point. I'll have to get rid of our, like, nav beacon. Man, I am finding a lot of habitable worlds out here. Deserts, tundras, jungles. Oh, no, it's gonna be, yeah, shades. I saw the pings and I was like, oh, it's derelict ships. No, it's not. Old stellar mirrors. Well, nothing there. I'll do the rest of this, like, constellation, and then head to core. I'm finding lots of habitable worlds and ruins. The chance of finding anyone in a ruin is really, really low. What is crazy to me is I don't think we found a 14th Legion, like, floating in deep space, but apart from that, I don't think we've ever found... Well, no, there was a Astral, I think, if memory serves, that we'd found floating around in space once before, or something like that. But we normally in Starsector runs, you do end up finding a few battleships that are, like, salvageable, but we just simply haven't this run, kind of at all. One cool idea for a ship would be, like, a super sensor ship, like a ship dedicated to, like, sensor scans. Something that would be, like, incredibly expensive to run, but allowing you to quickly survey. Like a whole order of magnitude better than, you know, just a ship with some boosted sensors. I would absolutely be thrilled to run ships like that. For instances like this one, where we're just trying to find stuff. Cheers. Well, we found 1,000 food chilling. It's funny that it's like shelf-stable food. It's like food that's been here for thousands of, or maybe not thousands, dozens of cycles, and you can eat it. Is there no equivalent exo skill? As far as I know, there isn't. There are some exo skills that like add to sensors, but not like sensor strength. Oh, no, it's profile. But not like an order of magnitude boosted sensors, as far as I know. One thing we could consider is a management officer. I just don't know who I would get rid of, because I really like our technical and tactical officers. Okay, I think the last attempt I will make is at Bareth. And if Bareth doesn't have any, I'll head to core, look for derelict fleets for a little bit. Not very long. I'll make it tolerable. And then poll about whether we, like, hire. So it looks like Bareth has nothing. So weird to see rings going in opposite directions. I suppose if it's like a new destruction of a planet or something, that could happen. But my understanding is they would strip each other's momentum away and then you end up eventually orbiting with the majority of the gravity direction. I'm sure I'm using the wrong terminology, but you like get, oh god, what I'm saying. So the rings orbiting in other random backwards directions like, kind of it's nearly make-believe. I'm sure it happens occasionally, but virtually unheard of. You know, it's why all the planets in our solar system, some are pretty eccentric orbits, but like they're all the same direction. Because you follow the sun. You follow the majority of the gravity. So we don't have a ton of our fuel left. I'll go to Asconia. Oh, sensor's on. I'll go to Asconia and buy what I can from Nordia. And we're also probably 9 days. Okay. Yeah, I'll need to make my way back home. We've got the gate hauler ready. Well, that's pretty good money for, like, you know, some trinkets we picked up. Alright, ready? You, base commander, are about to take a lot of gamma cores. You're welcome. Alright, let's get back home and set up the gate hauler. And then, spend not too much time trying to find derelict ships again. I really have a hard time believing there aren't any left, like I was saying, so I think if we're a little patient, I might come up with some answers, some solutions, without having to stretch the rules. Ink is 65% growth, so we need 35% left. It's 4% per month. So it's working. And then with the gate hauler coming in, it just arrived. I think I'm going to switch the comm relay and the sensor array so that the gate is closer to our homeworld. So break for salvage. And that will be the gate. So let's go talk to the gate hauler. It's still probably slowing down. It's actually really cool to see it like throw on the brakes. Wherever it is. We'll head over to the sensor array and make that the here we go. Break for salvage. And now install a comm. And then if we want to upgrade to domain era standards, we'll need a beta core, which I have, 200 transplutonics and 1,000 metals. And I'll do my best to remember the requirements. So I don't have enough metals. I'm going to need to salvage some metals from like a mining station or something, because I'm not allowed to buy them. It's fine. I don't have any in my resource stockpiles. Alright, that's cool. Just another thing to do. I will at least pick up the beta core. Alright, gate hauler, where you be? Should be, so the way it works, oh, there it is the metal in my stockpile is in the Nox stockpile. That's on the market. The gate hauler's over here, and I think it'll be cool to like follow it all the way in, because you know, you can only really do this once. It's kind of a unique event. So it physically arrived here using not gates or like slipstreams. It's of course properly facing backwards and decelerating, which is it's what's neat about this is like nothing behaves this way, so it's a super unique behavior that you really only ever see once as the gate hauler approaches your core system. Let's eat the engine wash. Glad that doesn't actually hurt you. This scavenger's doing the same thing. This scavenger's like, what the hell is that? Because like, this is a ship of legend. Oh, yes. Derelict ship. See? Patience. All it took was a little bit of patience. Okay, we witnessed the arrival of a gate hauler to a star system. Alright, gate hauler. Initiate gate deployment. Deploy. I should have read that, but no, too late. And now this thing is deploying on the stability point, the stable location that is closest to our homeworld. Looks like a generation ship in the old ideas where you like use nukes to accelerate to like 90% light speed and then halfway you slow down. Exactly. That's exactly what it's doing. Alright, and Darren, you are only 83 days away from getting this Stiller manufactory again. Come on, gate hauler, move it. I know you're massive. It's a lot of inertia. But I want to be a witness. So because there was only one stability point, it's just heading to the only remaining stability point. It's the one closest to our core world, so that the gate is convenient. As you can see, the stability point isn't interactable anymore. It's like invisible to me, because it's been locked as a gate now. And this thing essentially just has a giant gate attached to the front of the ship, so it's just like dumping the gate. And there it is. We've got a gate on our homeworld now. And a giant debris field. Cool. There we have it. We're gated. Alright, let's head for that accepted derelict ship mission in Senti Compan or whatever. And it's gonna be a lot easier to get there now that we have, like, gates. In our homeworld. Ooh, a ship. Nope. And also, if we end up finding, if there's a mission to go to a mining station, or a chance to get, like, a mining station, I'll take it, because we know we need, 450 metals for the upgrade of our sensors. Orbiting jump point. Oh, that will be easy. I can live with that. And Day Sleeper, I totally forgot to rename you. Let's fix that. Okay, not that one. There's another debris field. One I can't... Have I been here? I must have already been here. Yep, prelim surveys. Okay. That explains why those debris fields couldn't be interacted with. Come on, have an admin. Survey data, no admin. Can't win them all. Planet side ruins. So we got ruins data for an arid world up there. Got it. We're also up to 700 metals because I'm like breaking down deployed things, which is not a terrible way to make up the difference. Because I did just get a derelict ship mission, I have hope that I'll find others. So let's jump into the core worlds using Big Ping here and see if I can get on another mission or two. Because it is pretty common to find admins and captains off of those core missions. But after a little bit of effort, if we come up dry, I'll like I said, pull you about whether we relax the rules or not. So one thing that is, because no one else really uses the gates, even when you have a gate up, you don't end up getting accessibility bonuses, which, like, in lore makes sense, but my accessibility, yeah, that has been improved. And we still, of course, have the anchors, Foxtrot and Charlie. I just don't have any need to use them because we're a single system colony, or single system faction, so there's no other systems that we would care to set up those. Come on, someone wants a derelict ship pinged. I know you do. There's a lot of stuff at Dentilian, I've noticed. That was like the third mission at Dentilian I've noticed. So that might be worth going to, just because it seems like it's a system with a lot of stuff. So I'll accept it, only because it there's an increased likelihood that it will have other points of interest there. Not that I'm like, I particularly care about like a weapons cache. Alright, Dentilian, here I come. So what do you guys think? If you were to predict, if you were to bet on whether or not I'll find something at Dentilian. So where is Dentilian? Okay, we're heading here. Right next to Durastar. That's at least convenient. Now, if we did want to get another colony, once the Stellium Manufactory is done, I'm going to queue up a construction grid to be built, which means we have about a year to find an admin. A little bit longer, because it takes a while to set up the orbital hab. But I might as well queue that up ahead of time. So, inside an asteroid belt near the heart of the star. That should be easy to find. I think I already found it. Nope. Ran a research station, though. With crew, that's another way to pick it up, is to go to, like, research stations and orbital habs to try to find admins that way. So that might be even an easier lead to consider. So if the tracking down derelict ships don't work, I'll pick up those types of missions for stations. Ooh, that looked like a whole fleet of derelicts with the amount of pinging. Oh, maybe it's a debris field. Yep. They've got an Aurora here. It's pretty beat up. So I'm not going to take it. And unfortunately, there was no crew. But I was right. There was a lot of stuff happening in Dentilian. There's lots of points of interest here. Unfortunately, none of it is, like, particularly useful because it's not leading to us getting another admin. Or an admin. Yet. You may have noticed something similar, but one thing I do notice with the, like, world generation that Starsector has is some systems are, like, completely devoid. Some obviously have a lot of pre-era probes. And then some are just, like, later... they're just populated. There's not, like, a rhyme or reason to it. It just has a lot of points of interest. So when you see on the mission queues... area zones that end up just having a lot of points of interest, that's a pretty good indicator that there's like just a lot of stuff to be found in that system. And this system fits that bill. There was multiple debris fields, derelict ships, salvageable ruins on planets. It's a bit of a treasure solar system. But I think the treasure has runneth dry. How close is ink to 78%? Oh, not bad. It has slowed down a little bit. Because of shortages, which would only ever be solved with Freeport, which I'm not going to do. Because that's basically piracy. While I'm here, I'm going to check out these two systems and then head back to core. Looking for research stations and mining stations, orbital stations, derelict ships, that kind of stuff. I'll do like one more mission of that, and then maybe poll about whether we hire from home or not. What's funny is I probably ended up dismissing like 5 admins over the course of this series because earlier on we really didn't have a need for them, and now we have a need for them and I can't find them. Just the way it goes. Alright, stellar manufactory is done. So, terraform planet, we're adding mild climate. And that will take about a year, or, yeah, about a year. And then after that, we can then do the planet paradise system. And that will take about a year. So in 2 years' time, given that we get enough funds for it, we will have ourselves a paradise planet for stateless spacers. Realizing the primary goal of this series. Expensive, but lofty. For colony threats, we're barely a climb. TriTech obviously doesn't like that we're exporting, but because it's not a lot of base threat, and we have a high command, the gain per month is very low. Okay, I'm gonna head back to the core worlds, looking for a hab type mission, research station, mining station, hab, etc. And then do one more mission. That's it. So the end is in sight. What is even being offered now? I do have in my exploration log possibly some known interestingly not. Is that in the salvage? Orbital installation. So there is one at Sassine that we could go to. And there's one at Sunda. And both Sunda and Sassine are gated worlds. My worry is that they're the bionic overclock stations. Maybe I'll... let's check if that's the case. Because I don't want to go out there and then be like, oh, I'm not actually salvaging this overclock station. So Sassine is here. And it's a bionic research station. So I was right about that. And then Sunda, I think, I'm almost positive it's the same deal. It's a bionic station, which is not one that you would like break down for salvage. Okay, yeah. So that is not helpful. So we're still looking for some sort of orbital station mission to pursue. They're just not going to offer one, are they? Damn core inners. System bounty. Nope. Come on, game. Little help. Oh, that's a really high reward. 140k. Usually don't see them that high. It must be way... Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, it must be way on the edge of nowhere. Which is indeed the case. Come on, Core World. Don't you have, like, some sort of station you want me to, like, poke around at? Let's go. Offered up. I'm gonna start committing acts of terror unless you hire me. You want your core worlds to be terror bombed? That's what's gonna happen. Keep me occupied or I get too bored, I start declaring war. God, everything is a survey this planet, survey that planet. How about some variety? I must say, I've never had the game cooperate so very little. Supply cache, I'll take, as that might be an indicator that there's more stuff at that system, but I'm going to keep looking for a better lead. No stream elect? No, none at all. None at all. Okay, I think the supply cache might be it, unless I get something up in the next minute. We'll check that out, and if it's a bust, we'll adjust rules or something. Because the missions being offered, I mean, I guess there's like probe analysis, so I can't completely complain, but I'm surprised that the variety is so poor. What will Inc.'s next industry be? That is a fair question. We could, let's see. We could do something way out of left field, like refining. The advantage of refining is we do mine up at our homeworld ores and transphotonic ores, so we could refine it into metals and transphotonic metals. So there would be a bit of a reason to do refining, but I can consider some alternatives. Fuel production doesn't make a lot of sense because we don't produce volatiles anywhere. There's not a lot of other industries that make a whole lot of sense on Inc., to be fair. Okay, I am heading to Valhalla's gate. Oh no, Valhalla doesn't have a gate. I'm going to head to Yamala's gate. And gate to wherever the supply cache mission is, because I wasn't offered anything else. Hang on. Nah, no one's in it. And I probably want to jump back home first, because I'm pretty bingo on supplies and fuel. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector Homeworld, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rodamont.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rodamont.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow admirals.